past, have champions on their team. And I couldn't ask for a better third map.
Right, double
Split is going
duelist.
To be so fun. And to touch
Double
on the
duelist
drops a little
against the
bit here.
Killjoy. Yeah,
Seeing
it's
it on
gonna
the
be
Raze, I
interesting.
think Mimi was talking a lot about how that looks pretty good for him now that we've seen it on Lotus. But Kakuka was talking about how they're going for it over and over now, this Raze. Which is, I think, what they've been struggling with the entire time. The entire season, just trying to figure out exactly how these roles are going to work out.
Okay.
They seem to find comfort in that pick.
We got Navi on defense. We got NRG
double duelist
on attack.
How
does NRG want to approach this? Are we hitting sites early? Are we hitting mid early? What are we doing? B main control at the beginning. Man, Zipan's kind of crazy.
And coming in with the double controller as well,
really
it's
didn't want to let
essentially
them
the
have
Lotus
this for
comp.
free.
Just with a Sky instead of a Fade. And oftentimes the reason for that
take B main control.
Is because those
now they go for mid control. Two people here. We have a Raze
also, there's
and
not as many good lockdowns on this map.
And a Viper.
Meanwhile,
Viper has no mollies left.
Yeah.
Plenty good trip angles. You're absolutely right.
Damn. 10 HP for Victor.
So Getsu is getting caught a lot
Dog goes in over towards B main. There's spot one. It's the
bout
Jet. Would you really be
Liquid.
faking with a Jet over towards B main?
Not too long ago. We'll see if he cleans that up. That's very
Yeah,
important.
with that
against his double
info,
duelist comp, which can come
Angel's
with some
thinking
ace.
the same thing as me. Goes for a pivot here.
Deep flash in the garage, finding some info for Zipan.
Does have Omen Flash if he wants to swing heaven.
Real way to confirm what's on the other side. Finesse is going to be the first there. An Artist on the swing, aggressive, the dash away, leaving Finesse to die.
This smoke was great from him.
follows suit shortly thereafter.
Ooh.
But great response. There's still a shot at this. It's gotten down to 2.
Ooh.
It's gotten down to 1. But Xiao's healthy, while the 2 remaining members of NRG are not.
So, better weapons for
Xiao, 1v2, 45 HP, 38
Could
HP.
pick up a Ghost right here or Frenzy, either one possible. But
Oh,
he
he
spots
spotted
them
both.
actually. And a great movement on the rope.
Boss man, no way. Yeah, the classic let him down a little bit here. Nicely done from NRG. I'm kind of impressed that they managed to swing this one back. It was 3v5 at one point. We saw some good aim jaws this one, and yeah, Victor pretty much got a kill exactly the same time on Heaven. Hey, I mean, Artist did great. Frenzy long range here, nicely done. In terms of pistols, you're right. 3-2 in terms of pistols. Obviously, 1-0 on this map.
That is possible from NRG. They're going to have to adapt fast to that sort of idea, because you've seen in the past NRG really come out fast.
Bit of a nightmare for Navi, because this comp, once it gets rolling, is very hard to play against. Damn, what the hell is that angle? I can't believe that's the first time I've ever seen that. That is sickening.
You just find those to be so easy, because you're looking for one taps, and you're taking risks on the swings.
You can see Xiao there crouched, waiting for someone to swing, for someone to dare challenge him. And he's crept up a little bit further here.
Finesse just doesn't react.
I think the flash was good though. They're scared. It was literally a flash to kind of see if anyone was close, and they don't want to risk it. They heard. I think they heard the shorty, or they at least saw that he had a shorty.
This is where Finesse shines. Not in these anti-ecos, just on this map in particular. It is such a mid-round heavy map. You have to be strong.
NRG are one of the better teams at avoiding the stacks.
In that regard, has been
They're very methodical with their anti-ecos. And it's kind of nice, because a lot of teams will honestly just group and just send it into science.
Especially in the early round calling.
Yeah, but on average, I would agree with you completely. Artist gets open or on.
Might want to let Artist plant here.
That's huge. Artist has not been winning those battles. I mean, we saw it. After the first map, the
Crashies, okay.
We're brutal. After the second
I was going to say, they
series,
could definitely get an ult online pretty early on. Crashies has a ghost, so he can definitely hunt if he wants to. Managed to get the orb into this one. This one as well. Orb plant can hunt.
Cena's been performing exceptionally well.
So is Artist.
Yeah, he's starting to eco-frag a little bit.
Artist took a dink there, though. There's no way he body blocked it.
Well handled. Very well handled.
That's so wild.
For NRG.
Man caught the bird in his legs.
He did.
Same start that NRG had. They finally do get a pistol. Again. That's 2 for 5. Most of these bonuses
I mean, this is fine. This is a relatively good bonus. Looks like they just want to at least take B main. It doesn't look like they're going to end here unless this is going to be a straight up lock.
Those starts were very momentous for NRG. I think Navi has broken that sort of idea, though. I don't think they're going to be coming in the same amount of bunches on this map.
Yeah, split really just doesn't lend itself to that quite the same way, but I do think you're right. There's a lot of what Navi seem to have been figuring out that should prevent that. Dash into the Cloud Burst, right into the Nano.
It's an updraft, though.
Manages to stay alive. Victor goes aggressive.
Big upgrade.
Upgrades a weapon, too.
And that's space taking by the double duelist right there. Surprises.
You're really bold, Crashy is going for this. The smoke not go down while you're doing this.
They're gonna want to cut off the rotation.
Strong angle from Ardis, a little bait in before as well.
And you're not expecting a second.
Bait and switch. Okay, nicely done from Angel. Read this well. Flash, Victor reposition.
Retake that space, but with the Trailblazer too.
To the Uto at the moment from Som has been great as well. Like an extra smoke to block vision so they can actually pivot into these positions.
Can they find space? Crashy's down low with the Sheriff, getting the first, the flash to swing. Looking for another, and he finds it!
He played this so well. Angel has to save, they win the bonus. 2 people alive, this is going to be an upgrade as well. I mean, they're both going to upgrade. Really sick round. Swiss Kenny, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the tier 1 5 months. Swiss Kenny, mate, appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate all the support.
This is one of those situations that is actually weird because the money's not there to buy. Actually, there is plenty of money. All right, look at it. This flash. Is Zippon's able to turn that? I mean, he's definitely dueling with Crashy's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crashy, the one player who really didn't have a weapon there. And as you can see, there is definitely like 3K.
Right, the hero gun that they saved into this, money is... Money's nuts. We've got 2 people on 6K.
Over to CNED. I think in here you definitely... 800 credits for him to try to...
Instant dog over towards A, as we can see that's going to work. Yeah, they just really want to try and make the stack work. This was nice. They get the kill. They really want to make sure they don't get that gun, so they go a little bit aggro. Speaking of gun, that's 1 down here for Sugetsu that he can pick up. 3 on 3. Crash uses his ult just to get full info of how much space they can take.
Maybe find some push here.
Does Ardis follow them? Yes, he does. Spotting 1.
It's crazy.
It's bold.
Oh, he's owned it. He's absolutely owned it, though. He shouldn't peek. You're not going to peek, right?
Crashies, do you dare swing? Do you dare peek? Drop on the first. And the confirmation of the second up high. But the timing's not great.
They had a nice swing off it as well. Som did fantastic. Honestly, Ardis kind of owned it getting into this position. I thought he was going to play a little bit more passive, but this was fine in the end. Had his teammates to swing off him.
Of the attempts that they've had so far.
It's the same thing that happened on Lotus, man. Yeah, kind of. Navi have always had a really slow stance, like all 3 maps.
We've seen 2 maps that have been very swingy.
Yep.
Ascent, very heavily defensive.
Even though they won the pistol on Ascent, it was still a slow start. It was like, what, 5-2?
Oh, yeah,
so a lead like this, Balla, is significant.
Yeah.
Op is out for CNED on the raise, one way over towards B main as well, and this is crazy fast from Ardis, and they just get insta-spam down. Wait, chat, what gun did
It's a very good point.
Ardis had a Stinger as his backup with ult, right? Okay, yeah.
A pause across the middle of the map for NRG.
Oh my goodness, CNED as well with the op. Gets the money up.
He pushes this.
He's got to get the kill.
Highlights.
You push this on a raise?
Unexpected angle.
He's so high that
that is
you didn't even see him in the scope.
That is Jet mentality right there. That is Jet mentality, not on a Jet.
No chance to get another buy. Buying up an op in that situation. Xiao's in trouble.
He's trying to tuck tail. He's flash, manages to get around the corner with 68 HP. Too many targets.
Look how good they were as well, especially with the pathing that they dropped. They made sure they dropped over towards here, then they get the swing good. Not that they were too exposed over towards here and could get picked off. Like everything from NRG at the moment is unbelievable.
Obviously, that's such a good weapon to have when the rest of your
looks like we're gonna have to have another timeout where Doom Bros is like 5-2, 5-0 down. It's happened every round. Well, it happened every map for him.
That's the choice made.
Angel saving again. Money in the bin. 2-9 loss bonus.
But NRG, much like we saw on map 1, much like we saw on map 2, they find themselves winning rounds in bunches. Another streak.
I mean, you're looking at 6-0, just like Lotus. Just as I've been thinking. You're going to have a shift. Streaky or not, Navi have fought back so many times. They only fell flat on that second half of Ascent. Every single other time, they've come back slightly. On Lotus, when they went down 6-0 at the beginning, they ended the half 8-4. Respectable little comeback.
Yep, there it is, timeout.
Again, when they went
like
down
we said.
in the second half, when they lost up.
It's a bit of a nightmare.
Almost
It's actually a bit of a nightmare because NRG have been so good at changing up what they're doing. I think the only thing that you could say that could consistently work well at the moment is probably B main control if you want to go B main control. I also think that shutting down mid might make a lot of sense, so maybe put the Viper over towards middle and just
eyes on the prize right now for NRG.
Pretty much just use all the util to stop them getting mid, because yeah, they're kind of taking a lot of map control. And then I'm worried that NRG after this pause is just going to straight up site hit, because you have to be ready for that with the double duelist. That's why this scoreline can be incredibly scary when you're doing that, because even though we kind of realize that they have to at least stop middle, NRG have a comp that doesn't even need middle, so it can be a little bit risky.
So potentially they can shut down one side. Maybe it's middle. Out of this timeout, we just saw Artist try to punish Getsu.
What are we going to see? NRG grouping up, potentially just a site hit.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, looking like a site hit. Makes a lot of sense. This is what I would be calling for this as well, because I'd be most likely expecting them to shut down middle. As we can see, they haven't. They aren't going for this, and actually looks like they're reading this one pretty well. Astra, Lark potential, are they just getting over towards Heaven, or are they going straight side hit? Straight side hit, yeah, that's what I thought.
Shao, discipline box, but very well handled by Artist. You hear the showstopper use.
What a nice exit.
Artist goes up top, gets you there to greet. The double duelist.
What a really good.
Really bad for CNET to actually get some space. He's gonna get both kills.
We didn't clear sight.
How much more can he find? It's become a mess. It's become a complete mess.
Seeker's gonna go in and yeah, and show them the Lark as well.
As Sam has not been spotted by it yet, so it doesn't show up on the minimap for him. It doesn't show up on his screen visually. But Zippon gets on the site with it.
What a shot. What a round from him. I mean, Navi did very good to have a 3-person stack and expect this.
And now if I'm Navi, I want Zippon to take first contact so CNED can end up, if Finesse gets close to them, using that showstopper and trying to solidify the round. Probably not going to come to that, though.
Finesse creeping his way around. Quietly, but with intent.
That jump spot just goes to where we just cleared with the flash.
First couple shots not landing.
Oh!
Showstopper.
Okay, nicely done from CNET. Good round from him, wanting to just 100% secure this one. And can you blame him when they're 5-0 down? Good round from them. Honestly, they read this.
Evil Geniuses fam in the house. That's the next game coming up against DRX.
Yeah, the 3-person stack over towards side, they just weren't expecting it. In terms of the actual hit from NRG, I loved it. I thought the smoke was really good. Yeah, see, he's talking about it. He knew that it was going to be a site hit. He knew that they thought they were going to shut down middle and that it was going to be a site hit. I mean, we even talked about it.
The difference between
it was really cool to see the Doom Bros thinking the same thing.
Ready to send their ticket up in the playoffs.
Oh, aggression.
Oh, he plucked.
Normally that's definitely punishing Zippon there, but he's ahead of the stun.
Victor not able to find the space.
Defensively, in order to counter that sort of idea, you have to do a lot of creative stuff by peeking him in, that sort of idea. But there's Zippon just straight up fights.
Is often lost, crashing the wheel and unseen and investing the Seekers to flash on the other side of the wall. He's gone rogue, he's going solo, and he's finding value.
It is a 3-on-3, and it's going to quickly say if they lose this, it's 1-9 loss bonus, so it would be a nightmare, especially when the money for these three is this low.
And he keeps it to a 3v3.
Would, in theory, be able to have double drop, but still.
That makes it difficult.
They cut sound, no one does anything, just creating the pressure again, like they could have done something like this. Like this reaction from Shao gets B main control, then we can double stack and play together over towards A. Man, everything at the moment is just perfect.
What on earth was that?
Sorry,
Whoa,
what?
was that one of those things where he had no idea about it and just got a little bit lucky? Or was that just unbelievable?
Shao's gonna be left in this 1v3
Okay, loss bonus like we said, so it makes a lot of sense, right? I said that one person can't buy, so if they can save this gun, it would actually be a full buy round. We could have drop, and then these two would just have to use the 1-9 for armor and util.
Victor had just used his, had just satcheled up forward. He didn't find any space. He didn't find any value. He single-handedly makes a play to get things back to 3, as you said.
Yeah. Zipana ends CNED falling in that instance, where they had advantage. And this is a reset round slightly for Navi. Zipana and CNED somehow have 4K and 3.8 respectively, so you're definitely going to see another one of those weird hero rifle buys.
I think they're dropping now.
Because of the way how these rounds have played out, and the weapons have been saved.
Yeah, because they can drop one more, Zipan can drop, and then we have one pass and it gets like a judge or something.
Which out of that timeout, I was really thinking was going to be considered. This moment right here is what you're talking about. Popping the Seekers, then insta-flashing through.
Damn, strong.
It's a double peek that just gets sprayed down. And Angel knows. We can't be letting Finesse do that.
Not like that.
Chat, relax.
Oh. Artisan, he gets 2.
Relax.
Kills are just coming in 2s. And the round's over. Trailblazer in, they spot the player. Second smoke, not available for some. He smoked off Mail, so
man, they force into this. They scrape. They literally scrape a buy.
Instead, it looks like he recalled.
They actually scrape a buy, and
interesting choice.
And they get completely wrecked.
Clear that out while Artis is holding line, holding the space.
And to go back to that initial double kill out of Artis. The reason he goes for that peek is he's expecting Navi to continue to swing based off of what success they had after
Navi
Victor
did
went for
win
that
with an 8-1 scoreline, but this one is going to be a lot harder, like way harder.
Artis just posts up instead, and that's why you can't do that. Instant punish in the worst of ways.
This patience from NRG is outrageous. Just waiting for things to go. Zipan, who's here by himself, managing to take down Crashies, but that's all it is. Spike should be secured.
Really strong. Just going for a safe one on this. They're going to save again. Money's out of control from NRG, so it's not like they need to damage. They've just got to think of their own economy and see how we've got to save onto this one. Damn, that was such a brutal way to start this. Such a good idea to bring the attack op out as well. It's kind of cool.
They're just going to try to save the weapons that they have. A Phantom in the hands of Shao.
2-7-1s back to back, yeah. White line, right.
You can see the defenses that they've put up around them. The alarm bot up in heaven, the turret to make sure no one's pushing spawn. Their objective is very clear here. Preserve what they have.
Crazy part about this too is the switch from Navi.
Load spin attack sided. I mean, yeah, it is. But
to put one of Sugetsu or
I don't
Shao,
know. I swear the double duelist comp on split at the moment is just incredible.
To swap Shao onto the A side is going to enable Victor to again go for double satchels there. So every single
Morpheus United, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, mate.
For the next round, even still.
3 months in the Slug Club. Thank you, dude.
If I'm NRG, I continue to keep the
if people wanted to check any of the other maps, I have just uploaded them now as well. Oh, almost.
Superimposed upon one another.
First map's up at least.
What can you really do? 6-round lead for NRG. And again, the potential of another streak. Maybe not to the same degree, but
squeeze out. I mean, it's a low buy. It is a low buy.
Rifles, but certainly not full strength, not full force.
Oh, somebody did buy up a rifle. It's Angel. That one.
There's one of the rifles.
There's one of your rifles down. The CNED just goes to pick this up.
Remember, I keep talking about how
instantly. I like this as well. Just pressure over towards middle. They still have a dog as well, so they're going to dog this and potentially hit B while this is going on. They get numbers. They know there's only one person on B. They can just overwhelm, especially with the...
Deal with 2 members dashing across the screen.
Wait, Angel's done great.
Flying across his face, and Victor the first to fall.
Oh, he's paranoid. No.
No idea.
Why?
No idea what to play from Angel.
A follow-up flash too. He could swing even further.
Houdiniing his way through that.
Holy hell! What the hell is this round?
Trading the kill
Wait, they lock him in. The smoke's incredible. You're gonna spam.
He's
You
gonna try to
don't
find
have a
his way
gun
through,
to
but I don't
spam.
think
That's
he's
so
expecting
unlucky.
Zip behind him.
You walk
TP
through though.
across too.
Surprise! It's a gift.
Okay. Made it doable.
Angels
Instant
in
omen
time.
over
Stars
towards
coming
A
in
as
right
well.
now. He needs to obscure his position until he can get a guaranteed kill. No more TPs to get out either.
And remember, he did this. He's gotten them almost here by himself.
Oh, he gets out to play with Zip on instead. Not using the element of surprise, knowing he TP'd there earlier. They should be aware. Is there a recall?
Did he see him?
Crashies.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a definite yes.
It's
Okay,
the
1v2
NRG
and he is
formula right there.
miles
I mean,
away.
they just
The
continue to
furthest
walk
point
until there's a
possible that
gap,
he could be
until
away.
there's some sort of information found. And that's how you find timings. If you don't explore...
I not Jevy as well with the 11 mums. Thank you so much, bro.
I don't know whether you can take that shot.
You tag in Desp through a sub.
They need this.
That's
I mean,
outrageous.
Zipon needs to pull out a 1v2 here to keep them in the game.
Which feels like such a big ask, given the spike has been planted for a little while. There's still a good bit of utility on the side of NRG. Flash being used there. Zipon trading back with one of
Okay,
his own.
nicely
Sam
done.
swings through
Very
and
nicely done.
NRG at 8.
FNS did really well
And what
into
a
this
stomp
round.
this has become.
8-1 curse. maybe the 8-1 curse.
We're in
It's
a
here again. They've
situation
done it
again.
before. Can they do it twice? It would be
When Navi are
outrageous.
using their second timeout
Angel did very well into this
in
round.
the first half.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, they need to win out.
Yeah.
Even whether or not this comp, whether you have a discussion about whether this comp is attack-sided or not, whether split is still defender-sided, it doesn't matter. This half starts to become untenable
Second
with any
timeout for
further
them.
rounds from NRG.
No more
Dubro's
timeouts.
understanding the gravity of the situation. Invest the last
Or
time
is
out,
this
as you
a-
mentioned.
Okay, maybe Tech is
Opting
not
to leave
talking.
his team to discuss
Okay.
here.
It is
Happy
time.
with it, what Angel's discussing with his teammates. But there's more than just strategy here. It's form for everybody. They're getting picked apart. I'm specifically thinking of Sugetsu in mid right now.
Yeah.
But there's many things to pull out if you're NRG. That A main pressure that they went for, the double satchel up ramp.
I think both.
flipping
yeah.
it with artists opping on the angle.
I think both if you can. Both is
Surprise
good.
attack side out, by the way.
It's nice to know the full process of how you think it would work.
No, but he instilled the fear in Navi. You see it on the scoreboard. You mentioned form. There's a lot to be addressed here. You talked about Sugetsu and the fact that he continues to get picked.
I don't want to be that
CNET
guy,
has 4
but
kills.
Shao
All 4 of them came
is
in one
0 and
round.
7.
He struggled before
It's
that
not-
instance.
Not the greatest. I did
It's a key
think that,
factor
like,
in why they
in
were
theory,
at
just
this
on
position,
paper,
why
the
they're able to
killjoy
make Map 2.
isn't unbelievable against
Raise on
a
Lotus.
against a double dive comp.
Well, we said it looks comfortable. Historically, CNET has more struggled on the off-jet
Why'd I have to
rolls.
draw attention? Because normally when you call someone
Not that he's
out
been awful
on
the
this
Raze by any
stream,
means.
they get a kill.
But Split is where
I'm
those
just trying
jets
to help him from any further
who play and try to play that Raze end up getting exposed
pain.
when
I
they're not
guess.
completely formidable at the agent.
Victor picking up the orb. Artist with the dash proc, waiting to pounce. Backing on up instead.
I'm just trying to justify my top 16 lifts. That's true. Took all the comments to heart.
Jump spots. No headbound. Oh, you went a bit too
Nicely
far there.
done. Well, hey, that was pretty good with them.
Clear.
They heard the
For
fast
Navi,
jump peak. They
finally
knew
some
that it was going to
success.
come in again. They both went
I
to the
like
wide
this.
angle.
Don't try to challenge the early aggression.
Can't use that yet.
Instead,
Oh, the timing's outrageous.
opt to just go for reclears.
Okay.
That first flash and NRG finding, again, more room across the middle of the map.
Really?
This time CNET.
Why did they give them a chance into
Finally.
this
Punching
one?
back, yeah.
CNET definitely...
Success in the round.
CNET's positioning
And again, though,
on
can't let this fall apart.
the Raze
Put
doesn't
themselves in a
make
good
sense
position, need to punch
sometimes.
their ticket further.
Like, it does feel
It's
like
only
he's
the second
stuck.
round that they're in position to win right now.
It does feel like he's stuck in the
Navi are
jet
a little bit ahead of this
mind
too.
frame.
It's been a very slow
Oh
round
man,
from NRG.
that's so
And I
weird.
wonder
How
how
was
much of that's
Crashy's
giving-
not seeing him here?
Navi room to breathe and adjust.
One enemy remaining.
It's all falling on Assam in this 1v3.
Okay,
and
nicely
he
done
can
from
convert.
Zipan.
Zipon cleans it up.
Every
That's the
single
second
time they've
round
done a
for Navi.
timeout, they've won a round to them, to be fair
Keep their
to
players up, keep all
Doombros.
the ults online too.
But they're the only 2 rounds.
And Navi really haven't been focused on those. I think Shao and Sugetsu have had their ult for, what, 4 rounds or more than that. Maybe the majority of this half at this point.
Yeah, very possible.
Okay, I like this from chat.
Me too.
Right now he has the opportunity to close out the half 10-2. If they succeed at that, I mean, the game is almost unthrowable. And because Navi have already used the 2 timeouts, you're not giving much room for Doombros in the second half at all.
Enemy remaining.
to be a factor.
We'll see what the adjustment is on the other side of this timeout. Again, remember for NRG, that last round was very cautious.
Judge backup gun.
They had double duelists, they explored garage.
Killjoy ult still.
Even knowing that CNED was there with the Roomba, so they knew
Victor yet to buy
got some space mid, and they had a split, and they chose not to burst out towards that. They were very careful. You want to hear what the adaptation is.
Y'all know what's coming.
Okay, we're all good.
Let's go.
Nah, come on, man. It's like that.
I'm just saying, that thing was stuck on
Go off, man.
That made you nervous a little bit. All good. 6-round lead for NRG. On the other side of this timeout, again, what are the adjustments? You've got blades for artists. You can't imagine he'll use that. But Victor with the showstopper. And it's a spread look from NRG. Look at how far back they still have 2 members in spawn.
They dodge the flash.
Oh, I like this. Yeah, dodge the flash. They think no one's here. They go in insta-viper. Oh, doesn't change too much though. I kind of like this as well. Alarm bot goes in, so they just can fully trust that no one can time and cross over towards heaven. So as long as the Killjoy can stay in range, then that's not too bad.
The hit doesn't come through middle. It's going to be towards B. They've got 3 players ready to receive.
What's the plan here? Are they going to get this orb? Or because Som is 1 away from his ult if they wanted it.
Clears out mid. It's a key tell. 50 seconds right now. Crash is going to dog through. And with the wall late. That's a tool that both teams using right now. And the Seekers pop to actually expose this split.
Okay, this is nice. Walk towards the back with the dog. They realize they can get there, but Angel TP's back instantly. And they are not considering it at all.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Oh,
dear God.
Are you looking? Oh my goodness! Finesse equalizes, stabilizes, and Victor from on top with the ult gets another.
Just a ridiculous moment.
Oh my.
Between the 2 leaders, and Angel's got to be kicking himself.
Flash was everything from Crashies. How did that happen? That's wild. The timing for all of this to unfold was just mental, isn't it? FNS had to do a double take. He actually did a double take.
I mean, I've got to say, Finesse is playing out of his mind. In comparison to the Americas split that he had, it was
Man,
rough.
Shell's been in this position a lot.
Very rough. And yeah, at times he was a key factor in some of those rounds.
Yeah, just gonna try and save the gun here. Shell save simulator, pretty much. Gonna feel a bit.
Today, that's a different story.
A little bit gutting. But
Shao going for another save. I mean, 11 round played, no kills, 7 deaths.
Definitely not what you expect out of a player of his caliber.
This is crazy. The full flash, and he walks in front.
Look how mad it looks on his POV. That's insane.
It's like finding a gift.
And that's the reason why that wall is there, by the way, because he wants to lurk all the way and take that 1v1 against Angel if it shows itself.
Different setup here. Remember in the previous round, it was a late wall out from Finesse. This time, early investment towards
9 on the attack half. Oh my goodness. The only rounds they've won has been after the pauses.
Shao's still not finding ways to find this lockdown. He's got to. It's round 12. He's got to find a way. And his teammates can't give up the site before he gets there. Again, that's the difficulty with this KJ. It's so hard to find useful lockdowns on defense. On attack, it's a different story. On defense,
yeah, I agree. Killjoy feels a bit weird.
It's rough.
In a lot of ways, the slow
Again,
down
it's weird because NRG have been always using the double duelist. So why would you not do a Cypher if you were going to go for it? Like, I would love to know the plan behind the Killjoy, really.
Exactly that. And by the way, it's not like these 2 IGLs.
Because the Cypher's kind of legit, because you can either just get middle info or like far back info, or you can just do the zoning. You can just do the zoning trips where you know that what pathing they're gonna do. Okay, instant Astra ult over towards here. They Omen flash and get in front of it. Dog here to see if anyone's getting information in front of it. They know that the Omen is, so Crashies might just go for this.
There are 3 here. A refresh smoke. Sugetsu with a lot to do on the other side of the sword manages to get around the corner just in the nick of time.
Lockdown used, finally Shao.
Oh, it's a good lockdown
They're
as
pushing
well.
into it anyway. Angel had nowhere to go.
Keep an eye on your time. Are they going to try palm this?
Creeping his way forward at just the right time.
And oh, the nade broke it last second.
Yeah, nicely done. They were very confident with the nade from Victor.
Pays for it with his life, though. Blades for Artis.
Man, this pause is too strong.
Turns the flash, lands a shot.
Yeah, this pause is too
Both
strong.
of them
They
fall.
get 10.
And a 10-2 half for NRG.
I mean, surely this is done.
That late half timeout from Chet. Finding full success, and it's the most dominant half of the series. Crazy to see Shao of all people 0-8, but that's the problem with playing Killjoy in this map. That's the problem with playing off-roll on it, too.
One enemy remaining.
It's not as active.
Shao first
and now
half,
at this
yeah, I
point,
mean,
playing 3 different roles throughout this season.
who is saving a lot. I mean, just couldn't get anything done with the Killjoy either. Took him the whole round to use the half, to have an actual position where he can use his ult, where other people are actually alive.
Thank you so much, fellas, for that one. And yes, we are now at a point where it is dangerous for Navi. I mean, we crossed that threshold quite a while ago, but now
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's real dangerous
territory.
already.
But really, Kukuka, I think you got to give the flowers here to, you know, the combination of Victor and Artis working together here to really bring success to this NRG team.
I think that especially during the first half of this first half, right? It was all about this two duelists holding hands, everybody setting the grounds so well, and it was a game of revenge as well, right? If one of them goes down, the other one.
The coach is talking at halftime now, yeah.
We'll keep that energy
Everyone
flowing.
can talk now.
The rest of it, I think it was a little
So
bit
even
like
though
overcooking.
Navi has no
I don't think
timeouts,
that
he
Navi
can at
was
least
making
remind them
things
of everything.
Pretty hard onto them, but the performance from this two was just beautiful. On the other side, I'm just sad for Shao.
Yeah.
They're struggling right now on the side of Navi, and NRG just called an expert half.
Yeah, I mean, I said NRG would have, I kind of favored them into this map. I think it's just historically been a great map for the core. I think FNS is one of the best callers on this map. It's so fun to watch. Navi, honestly, historically haven't been that good at this map. They like to change their comp a lot. They've never actually had like that constant comp on this map, which is like a fullback, reliable comp. And I still think that CNED looks a little bit. He's just in jet mode.
Last time these two teams played, it was
the amount of times he gets killed trying to get a kill over towards male. It's too much.
Has their revenge in their hands.
Well, Navi's on the struggle bus on the way to Struggle City. They're going to need to turn this one around if they want to have a chance to send it back over to Doug and Balla.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. The questions are whether or not the bus can go into reverse. Because right now, it's just a full, I mean, all the way to Struggle City, as you said.
Yep.
Down 8. Now they're on their attacking
Good triple
side.
frenzy.
You question what kind of plans they have set.
FPX destroyed optic
Try to bring this thing back.
ages ago on this map. It's a different meta though, man. You
Not
completely
realize on
like
that
changes
defensive
everything.
side, right? You can't really slow down a defensive side from the double duelist. It's completely different now.
Man, the double duelist
have to
comp
do is
for
convert
Navi
3
would be
rounds.
insane.
On attack side with this comp, when they have double controller,
Like that would
and
make
a
the most
Sentinel
sense.
in the KJ from Shao.
CNED Jet finally gets
asking a
Zipan
lot.
back on Raze.
You see the setup trap already. Finesse is jump spotting. Artis is on the other side of ropes. Unexpected there.
I think I'm just biased, man. I love this comp. I love the double dive comp. I just think it's so good.
Otherwise, Victor's entering the fight too.
They are all here. They've all joined, and it's a
Ooh, nice
1-for-1.
trade. That's Smoker down.
But Victor's showing himself. They might have a gap here, a timing towards B.
I mean, they got a contact out somewhere.
Obviously, Sam could be there, jump spotting, anything
Contact
like that,
out
and they
or
did not
split.
spot him. They're gonna have to
They
take
have
their
no
time.
mid
but
control, so now
we
they have
see
to
there
contact
is
out
a
towards
gap,
B. At least they have.
and they find it. What?
Yep.
What?
Seems like they can. Woo. Victor
I
not
didn't
finding
get that.
anything.
No, first
CNED
kill
with
was
2.
instant. 1 HP
Finesse
for
trying
Shao
to
as
find
well.
some success here, and all he's finding is damage taken.
How is that guy alive?
For sure, they're missing the
Getting
Angel
pounded
Euro.
right
That's actually, yeah, we are missing the Euro. It's true.
Trashy's healthy, but turd in his face. Finesse not nearly as fortunate
Last player standing.
as he
He
falls.
actually got a kill on 1 HP.
It's like every second.
Okay,
these
nicely
NRG
done.
players
It was a
keep
sick round
getting
from
taken
CNED.
out.
He
That
hit
first
the
shot
most
from
important
CNED,
kill,
very,
it felt
very
like.
Crazy to me.
The one over towards Heaven. And then obviously got the second one as well.
That's the start. Pistol round. They're 4 for 6 on those. Very, very important rounds. nasty.
Yeah, strong shot.
Saddle up, Cowboy. We may be in for a good second half.
Okay.
But it's just one round. And again, you mentioned it, Ball. As close as NRG are, they just need to win 3. Navi's road to redemption is much longer.
I mean, speaking of time,
Well, at least he's believing.
he's got it all.
Let's
already
look
won
in.
thrifty
It's
in
the
this
classic.
series.
It is the 3 rifle, double pistol.
Much less weaponry than they had that last time, though, with stingers, that sort of
The
thing. Sheriff's also
Navi
invested.
staple at the moment, and
Right now,
they're really good at it as well.
what
We've
they've
been
bought
seeing it work well.
indicates they're trying to get damage done. Navi doing the best NRG impression that they can, though. Dry walking up mid, no utility.
Although NRG at the moment, 4-person
was a
stack,
nade,
about
nothing
to be a
spotted yet.
5-person stack here.
That'll confirm things.
Alarm about to clear the smoke, too. Nade not used from Victor.
I mean, the bait-in's
But
pretty
Finesse
good.
does fall. And there's just really nothing that they can do to
Okay,
fight back.
that's
That was a
clean.
flawless round from
That is
NRG.
clean as well. They get the plant on top of this as well. Extra bit of money. A nice little orb
Seems
over
like those
towards
anti-ecos
CNED,
are
2 away
constantly
from it. And
coming
they
through
keep
as
the
Prime
2
Gaming
alive. They're going to be
flawlesses for
buying
Navi.
rifles, and we have a bonus
and
that
over.
we're not even sure we can call a bonus because they all have rifles.
But again, we've talked about it a lot. They still have not converted a bonus despite having 3 attempts. This will be their 4th. And it's all the more important here. They need to get that same sort of streak going. I'm really curious how the KJ is playing here. Using the turret to spot whether Artis is going to peek out. And Artis is very aware of that position.
Only 2 games today, yes.
They use a recall smoke to try to get it down, but Angel taking down
And
Solomon.
and
Artis is
Smoker
giving
as
up
well.
that space.
It's a filthy shot, too.
Oh, dinked as well.
Damn.
Instantly.
Got a heal up as well. Angel back to 100. Speaking of heals,
Only missed out.
Got
They're
the
going
run.
to re-clear. Look, Finesse is already on the hunt. 3 players from Navi able to receive.
And it's just, oh, it's a bit delayed.
what?
But Finesse punching
How
back
is that
with
the
2.
outcome? That's so wild. I've
Paranoid
never
in
seen
his
it
face,
against both here.
spam through, it's not
Can't
going to
believe he
find
swings
anything.
that.
And even if
Well, I
Finesse
say kinda
truly
swing
did
it. He
fall
held
back there,
strong.
that paranoid still would have been a problem for him. Angel punches it through. And up in that close range, there's no way.
Planted.
Up and down
Okay,
he
a
goes.
lot of confidence
Into
from
the next
Navi.
round.
There we go. Hey, first bonus converted. That is
They get the
finally
bonus. I mean,
going through Navi.
I don't know. I don't know when I start
They
believing.
simply, if they won some of those bonuses, I mean, some of those maps would have been clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might have been looking at them winning Ascent very easily and looking like they stomped NRG instead.
Spikes here.
And you could have been looking at a very easy Lotus. At least to make that comeback in the initial
Hero
swing of
Judge.
things.
Just not nearly
CNED
as
has
strong
his
as
ult. And we are 4-person over towards A.
Victor with the Judge, no armor. Full rifles for Navi.
As we can see at the moment, Judge is in the right spot.
And remember, when Navi was in this position in the last
And
half,
they used they did this very well. They used a lot of
they were
the,
buying up, you know,
a lot of
hero
people.
rifles
I
here and
kind of
there.
like this as well. You know that
NRG
this
is not
wall's
buying
really
anything
nice. The
except
fact that it has
this
a little
occasional
corner
judge
that
here.
he can hide in, that's
Definitely a
pretty
lot of
cool.
sheriffs.
I also wanted to just note that they
Trying
did
to get
shoot
that
the
econ
dog
going,
with the
especially
sheriff, so they
Artis. He's
didn't
got
realize
enough
that the
money for
judge
not
was in the
next round.
corner. And it might pay
So
off.
it's much harder for them to
And this
convert
is
these
good
eco
as
rounds,
well,
but
like
it's not a
him
focus
baiting
of
and just
NRG's
playing
game plans.
aggro, so hopefully they kill FNS and then they instantly think the
Outside of
side's
Singer
clear,
Meta, they
so they
really
rush
haven't
and
made it a
don't think
focus,
too
even
much and
back
go
to
over
the
towards
optic core.
site.
Yes,
Pretty nice.
their sheriffs are very dangerous. But you're asking a lot still, given how good Navi have been on those anti-ecos.
Okay, it's going to work. They're going in for it.
Victor's got a pocket.
And he's been there this entire
Astrosec
time.
actually stopped
The
them.
Trailblazer did not spot him. It was cleared by
They
Crashies.
just lined a molly on him. No.
He's still, I mean, he's just sitting there.
I mean, you need to use your
I mean, if they
util.
come from
You want
heaven,
to
it's
force
not
them
gonna
to
be
the
a problem.
judge.
Oh, and if they just clean out everyone else on his team before he even gets a chance, it won't be either. And that seems to be the case.
He got the classic kill.
from
It's
that far
incredible.
away. 2 bullets left with the Sheriff.
Okay, nicely handled
Kinda fired
from
off. And another
Navi.
round for Navi.
Nicely handled. They ended up going up
I can't
heaven.
believe you pulled the classic.
Maybe they
to
used
get
too
the
much
spike
util, but
kill,
it's
there's
like
no way you
hindsight.
expect them there
I thought the
after
baiting
all of that.
was pretty good. I wanted to see
Very
Crashes just
good
use more
anti-eco
util, but
Navi.
it kind of felt like he didn't
Those are
want
the sort of things
to
that you
because
really
he wanted
have
to
be good at.
save
If you're gonna start a
a
comeback
lot
from
of his
10-2,
util into this round.
I wouldn't even consider it started at this point. Just converting the bonus, that's not going to be enough. Normally a 4-round streak like that would put you right back in
USB sound.
contention.
Oh,
But
Chad, that
still,
might have been me.
this gap, this deficit is
That
so
might have
large.
been me.
Up,
I say
up
might
for
have
Artis
been
though,
me.
and he's
You're
in
all
middle.
typing it. It's 100% me.
Nobody there.
He's taking space, though. He's creeping up.
But chat, everything's still working, right?
We're about to find out real soon that that's not where the play
Oh
is.
God.
Victor, one
Oh God.
Ah, no, not again.
We've seen
Not
this
that
twice. And now he's got the showstopper. Victor with the third.
No, bro,
In the
that's
face
so
of the Flash,
funny.
satcheling to get away, not able to
They
survive.
still managed to okay, nicely done.
But
What a
what a round
mad
from
round. How does this
NRG.
keep happening?
That's twice he hides in a pocket.
Okay, much more
And that's
convincing this
twice
one.
they go for double dive. Angel and CNED together.
Yeah, I guess they got their own double
Without
dive
having
with the
the real
Omen, especially when
information.
Angel's playing it.
Without
But
going into a smoke,
yeah,
nothing like that.
when
They
you're
don't
both
have the same
pathing to the
tools.
same
If you want
place,
a double dive
it's
like
a
that,
nightmare.
which has been a key point for them all year.
Yep.
You want CNED on Jet. This Raze double dive is so dangerous. Either
this
way,
is
that's
kind
not
of
the
big
end of the
though.
world for
The
Navi,
money's
but
still
NRG
low,
inch ever
1-9 loss
closer now.
bonus if
Only
they
2
lose this,
rounds
and they're up
needed.
against 4
Navi
ults.
up
So
4 ults
NRG
here.
really want to make sure
Early
that they
pit out
use
from
everything
Finesse.
into
Would be
this and
surprised to
try and
see.
yeah, they get the op over
Instant
towards
flash and
CNED.
CNED diving
Sorry,
with
the
the
op over
showstopper,
towards
but they're
Artis,
not going for
and we
it.
get
The middle
FNS
map
just
is
instantly
lost.
using his ult, so I
NRG
like this.
set
They also
both their
double
duelists up
push
there
over towards
already.
middle when we have a
Something that
bait.
all the
So it's
other
literally
teams,
just Artis
when there's
takes
a
the
single
shot,
sky on
dashes
this,
away, and then
they're
hopefully
sending one
they don't
person on the
expect
other side
someone
of the
in
map
this corner.
and 4 on the other.
Might work. Newen
Menace, 2
with
flashes
the
right
Prime.
now.
What's up, dude? Thanks so much for 7 months. I'll
What a
check my
tense
dashboard in
moment.
case I missed anything else, but thanks so
Will
much.
they
Newen.
expect them? There's the flash to turn. Artis dashes away, leaving
work.
Victor as the trap.
Might
Another
work.
pocket.
It's been sprung. Do they take the bait?
There's no way.
Victor,
God,
patient.
I'm
The flash
nervous.
doesn't hit.
When does he decide
And
to
they've
go?
crept right by.
But he just gets full
Here
info.
comes
They're
the
not
KJ
pushing
ult
him.
Finally, on the attack side, it's up.
Victor
It's
with the
still
chance.
up from Finesse. He's not biting. He's not biting at all.
Yeah,
he
and
thinks it's
Artis
a
can
fake.
just go at the back here. What util have they got for him? Nothing. They have the nade.
CNED, the first to fall. You see Sugetsu.
Oh,
Concerned about the other
gosh.
side of the map. All NRG get everything that they want. They establish control. They get detained. Victor from up in heaven with 85 HP finds another.
That's incredible.
And things have gone horribly askew.
can he get the spike?
Okay, still managed to hold on
Nothing
to this one.
found.
6 chances to
NRG
finish
series
this. Been
point.
really dominant. Really good from them. Man, that
3
was funny.
rounds with Victor in the back lines, finding immense
What is Artis doing? It was
value.
honestly relatively smart
They're
until he
not
got hit by it.
pivoting
Right, he
with
gets
no
the kill
map
first here,
control.
then he blocks vision. Everyone
Off of the
thinks
A
that
hit at the
most
beginning of the
likely,
round, they've
because of
seen
the
that
ult,
pit
he's just
up
going to
not
go
to
and hide
go
at the
for a
back, but
push
he hides
through,
behind his
despite
smoke
all their
because that's the...
coins
Honestly, it is the least likely
being
place he would
invested
be.
towards that
Then
side.
just timed
Every
it wrong.
single player, every single pawn.
So it was like kind of smart until he
And that
timed it
hurts
wrong.
them so much. They
Six-
don't recognize
six
that Artis is
chances.
hopping. They don't recognize
Like
where
when
Victor can be
you're
played.
spotted here, and
Now Navi
like
find
the
themselves in
most
check.
likely place you're going to be is this box here. So it was
What
kind of
is the
smart to go here,
response?
but he did mess up.
6 attempts here.
I'm trying to
from
throw him
NRG.
some kind of bail on that one. It looked
Artis
worse than it
looking for
was,
an angle.
I guess.
Holding the line with that off.
Maybe
Crashes
getting hit
close by.
by that ult was pretty
Meanwhile,
bad.
all of Navi are mid.
Oh man, we better
Finesse is
check
here.
that. And he
Gets
gets
one,
out for
gets
free.
away.
Tanks
It's
the
falling
boom bot,
apart
but it's all
for
fine.
NRG, or
There
for
is a
Navi.
heal over towards here that he
Almost
can get
fell
in
apart for
heaven.
Finesse there.
It's completely falling apart.
CNED has his
Angel
ult.
consistently
This
not
is
checking corners.
Angel again on the smoker
lot of
going
times it's
down, so
NRG with
most
a lot of
likely that
misdirection.
you
There
think they're going to
again,
end
Victor
over
with the
towards
nade.
A.
He's
I'd
the
be
guy
kind of
who's
happy
been
keeping this
tucking in
3-person
cubbies.
push,
Alright, so
3-person stack, to be honest with you.
They see the nade comes from Mail. They back off.
Sam is in a position to, really spoil this. It's Xiao with the spike, and he's by himself.
He's been satcheled up there, by the way. And again, you've seen Victor. You don't think this position's possible.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm not sure if
it's
they've seen Artis, but
probably
no,
not going to expect this, but they need to fight Heaven heavier because they're obviously going to see this.
CNED with a showstopper. He's going to be the entry here against Som.
Oh!
He doesn't see him at all.
No, the gravity well keeps him back. There it is. They've got them all lined up. It's a 3v2. Xiao and Sugetsu
Xiao,
find
18
themselves
HP.
onto the site with the spike. Reposition, just a temporary delay.
He has to be
It's
safe
all
there
up
with
to
the threat
Sugetsu,
of
pretty
losing
much.
this series right now.
Can they get the pieces in the right place? Crashes from up top with the flash. Artis dropping down. It's a spam through the box. Xiao's so weak. Sugetsu falls.
Nicely
It's
done.
all onto
18
Xiao.
HP.
18 HP left.
Really strong.
Checkmate.
Yeah,
NRG
really, really
take
good.
down Navi.
Just looked too good on this map. I mean, that attack half was outrageous. So
Incredibly
strong.
important opening match.
Yeah, love this. In terms of Navi, maybe looked a little bit, I don't know, didn't feel too comfy. Angel trying to make a lot of hero plays on the Omen. CNED felt a little bit out of his comfort zone on the Raze. And just NRG looked incredible. I loved how they played this play. The double duelist and the fact that it just frees up so many options for FNS to call. It was,
Navi have a tall task ahead of them because they fall to the lower brackets of this group, and it's a group of death, mind you.